Hi, welcome to Rufik's Classroom. Today we are going to discuss on plane of symmetry or the reflection operation. In the last classes we have seen what are symmetry operations and what is a proper axis of rotation or rotation operation. And today we are going to see what is plane of symmetry or the reflection operation. A plane passing through the object and dividing the object into two equal halves such that one half is the exact mirror image of the other half is called a plane of symmetry. You see here this is a water molecule. Here we have taken a plane which is actually bisecting the molecule. So this plane is a plane of symmetry which bisects the HOH angle formed by the molecule and passes through the oxygen atom. And here what we actually do is we are reflecting this molecule through this plane so that this starred hydrogen atom will trade its position here and the other hydrogen atom will take the position here. So you get a new image and these two images are indistinguishable from these two images are indistinguishable, or this image is indistinguishable from the other one. So you can say that this is a plane of symmetry, or we have performed a reflection operation. We can also see another plane of symmetry in the same molecule, water molecule. The second plane, which is represented here, actually cuts every atom into hemispheres, one of which is the exact mirror image of the other. Actually, this plane is the molecular plane, which means the molecule lies on this plane. Therefore, when you reflect the molecule over this plane, you get the same image. There is no change in the position of atoms, but this plane actually cuts every atoms in the molecule and you get a new image which is indistinguishable from the initial one. So you have two symmetry planes or plane of symmetries in water molecule. I will demonstrate using the website developed by Otapen University, as we seen in the previous classes. We are marking the reflection plane. This is the first plane which bisects the molecule, and we are reflecting the molecule. You see the atoms are reflected through the selected plane and you get a new image that is indistinguishable from the initial one. And the second plane is the molecular plane. Is the second plane, the plane where the molecule lies. See, there is no change in the position of atoms, but a reflection happens and all the atoms cuts into hemispheres and you get a new image that is indistinguishable from the initial one. So that's another plane of symmetry. So you have two plane of symmetries here, and when you look into these two symmetry planes or plane of symmetries, you will see that these two symmetry planes actually contains the principal axis of the molecule. The principal axis of the molecule is C2, and these two planes contains the principal axis. If you take the principal axis, that is this one, the axis which is passing through the oxygen. So both the planes in the water, both the plane of symmetries in the water molecules contains principal axis. So such planes are called vertical planes of symmetry. That is represented by the symbol sigma v. Sigma v's are the vertical planes which include the principal axis. So water molecule has two vertical plane of symmetry. Okay. So this is the same thing represented here. Then we take another molecule which is ammonia. NHHH. It's a bird eye view of ammonia molecule, and we can take a plane which is passing through nitrogen and hydrogen, one of the hydrogen, which is represented by the letter C. One of the hydrogen is represented by the letter C. And you get a new image in which A and B swap their position. This is the new image. These two images are indistinguishable, and you can say that the plane taken is a plane of symmetry, or we can perform a symmetry operation. In the same way, you can actually choose three planes. One is passing through nitrogen and the hydrogen A, and another one is nitrogen and hydrogen B. So you have these three plane of symmetry, and all the three planes also contain the principal axis C3. Therefore, ammonia molecule has three vertical plane of symmetry. And let us take another example, PCl5. Here phosphorus is at the center, Cl, and this is another chlorine atom, this is another chlorine atom. So when you take the plane which contains phosphorus atom and three equatorial chlorine atoms, and when you perform reflection operation through this plane, axial chlorine atoms will swap their position. The chlorine atom represented by the letter A will come to the position of chlorine atom at B, and you get this image. These two are indistinguishable, and you can say that this is a plane of symmetry. And when you look into the connection between this plane of symmetry and the principal axis C3 here, C3 is actually passing through phosphorus and two axial chlorine atoms. This plane of symmetry actually perpendicular to the principal axis. Therefore, that is called a horizontal plane of symmetry, represented by the letter sigma h. So horizontal plane of symmetry is the plane of symmetry which is perpendicular to the principal axis, designated by the letter sigma h. Hope it is clear to you. It's another molecule. You can take it as something like PtCl4 minus, platinum at the center. It's a square planar molecule, and this is the principal axis C4 passing through the platinum atom. and we are taking the molecular plane where the molecule lies, and this plane is a horizontal plane because this plane is perpendicular to the principal axis C4. So this is XCF4, applied PTCl4 2 minus. You can take it anywhere, just anywhere. And you see this XCF4 molecule, you have a C4 axis and a C2 axis here, which we have discussed in the previous class. And we have two kind of C2 axis, which is two sets of C2 axis. The first set is passing through the platinum, xenon, fluorine, fluorine, xenon, fluorine, fluorine. And there will be another two sets of C2 axis which are bisecting the angle formed by the Xc and 2F atoms. You will have two C2 axis like this. Okay, so you have two sets of C2 axis. And in benzene molecule, you look, you have a C2 axis passing like this, another C2 axis like this. Okay, and the principal axis is passing through the center of the molecule, which is perpendicular to the plane of the molecule. Okay, and now you see the plane marked here. Those planes actually bisect the angle formed by the two C2 axis. Here is the one C2, here is the second C2. If you choose this plane actually bisects the angle formed by these two C2 axis perpendicular to principal axis. These two C2 axes are perpendicular to the principal axis. So this plane actually bisects the angle formed by two C2 axis which is perpendicular to the principal axis, and passing through the lesser number of atoms are called the dihedral plane of symmetry. Sigma represented by the letter sigma d. So sigma v and sigma d both contains principal axis, but the dihedral plane of symmetry actually they will bisect the angle formed by the two C2 axis perpendicular to the principal axis, and they will also be passing through lesser number of atoms. Okay, so they are the dihedral plane of symmetry, which I will demonstrate to you through the Butterbean website. We can take the benzene molecule DN. Please wait for a while. Yeah, so we are going to represent the dihedral planes. You see the dihedral planes, and let us also, you see the dihedral planes. These are the dihedral planes. All these three dihedral planes bisect the C2 axis which is perpendicular to the principal axis. You see the principal axis is here, C6 is the principal axis, and the C2's chosen are perpendicular to the principal axis, and the planes are bisecting the angle formed by the two C2 axis which is perpendicular to the principal axis. So those planes are called dihedral planes, and you understand the difference between dihedral and vertical planes. Vertical planes also contain principal axis, and they are actually passing through the maximum number of atoms. Dihedral plane, you can also take sigma d and sigma b, or vertical planes and dihedral planes, arbitrarily, but the convention is that to take the vertical plane of symmetry as the planes which are passing through maximum number of atoms, and dihedral planes passing through the lesser number of planes, lesser number of atoms. Thank you. So in this class you must be able to understand what is a symmetry, a plane of symmetry, and how to perform a reflection operation, and what is vertical plane of symmetry, and what is horizontal plane of symmetry, and what is dihedral plane of